friends, in today's video I'm going to share the manicures I wore in the month of January. Before I get into the polishes though, I do want to start off by saying that some of these manicures, if not most, pictures were featured in my project polish, but in the project polish update, it was update number 1, I don't go in depth into the additional polishes I used. Project polish is basically I am sharing my progress line and the usage of the polish that I'm working through, and I do feature manicure pictures, but I'm not sharing the details on additional polishes used within that manicure. For instance, that I will all do in monthly manis videos. That way each video keeps it, they stay separate, and each one is focused on what it's for. I am gonna have to pull in my glasses here and there, but I'm gonna have to keep taking them off because the glare is just, it's doing its job, right? The lights, but it's a bit much, and I had that in my December monthly manis, and I don't want to make that mistake again. Okay, so let me get into the first manicure, and let's go here. I had to upload everything on my laptop because I could not remember everything I wore. Okay, let me start off with this pretty manicure. It was a manicure where I used this pinky. Oh my god, my battery's gonna die. Hold on. Okay, we're back in business. The phone is charging while I'm recording. So let's get into the polishes. Let me start off with where's that polish? Right here. Combination of these three. So starting off with Roam With Me from Orly. This is a pinky mauve, almost nudie cream. Takes 2 coats, covers the nail very well at 2. Great formula from Orly. Had this on my index and my middle finger, and then ring finger, I added My Favorite Ornament. This is a gold micro glitter. It's a little bit more of a subtle gold though. Let me bring out, if you can see, it's a lot softer, but really pretty, covers the nail very well, and gets opaque by itself. 2 to 3 coats, really good. On the pinky, I added this Chanel polish. It's called New Dawn. This is in my project polish. This is the softest taupe I have in my collection, and I gotta say, I love this color. I have it on my nails currently. It is flattering. It's just, I don't know, there's something, it looks delicate, and it elongates the look of the nail. It elongates the look of my fingers. I'm a fan of this. Loved it so much, I nearly removed Roam With Me from my nails altogether and just put this on all of my nails because I love the way it looks. It's a very flattering color. So adore this. I want to use Roam With Me a little bit more. I think I'll give it a couple more tries. I do enjoy it on myself. I'm just not loving it completely, and I don't want to keep something that I'm not loving. So I want to try it a couple of additional times before I decide if I want to get rid of this polish and pass it along to someone that may enjoy it more than I did. And then next manicure is one that I actually did a nail art design video for. I like the manicure. I just was not a fan of the end result, and I talk about it in that nail art video. I hope it didn't come off super negative. I wanted to share with you guys because the goal, obviously, when I started recording that video was for it to all work out, and I was just not happy with it in the end, and I was super close to not uploading that video. But I thought instead I would upload that video and share with you guys what I would have changed, you know, what I would have changed along the way to make the manicure look the way that I wanted it to, right? So I utilized P2s. This is called Breezy Blue, and it is a periwinkle with a silver shimmer. Once this is built up at a few coats, the shimmer is not visible at all. I don't ever see it. It is a pretty color, little bit of a tricky formula, usually about 3 coats, and you know, takes a little tender love and care for sure. And then on the ring finger, I added my favorite ornament once again. Micro glitter. And on the pinky, I added marshmallow. This is one of my favorite white polishes. It's acrylic. It looks airy and squishy and pillowy on the nails. I love it so much. Where I think I went wrong is that I utilized marshmallow for the nail art design and to create my stars. And although marshmallow is great, just for me, for at least what I was looking for, it was not working out for me. I think it would have been best if I would have pulled out either a white acrylic paint or a white cream nail polish, because marshmallow is acrylic. It is slightly sheer. It required several strokes for me to get the lines for my star opaque, and so a little bit more effort than it really needed to be, to be honest with you. The color combination, though, I thought was really pretty. I also think, though, that a silver accent would have looked better as well. And I actually used some rhinestones that I thought those were the only ones that I had in my nail art box, like the little tools that I have and crystals and stuff like that. But in doing a little digging, I actually found some more. And these are a little bit smaller and actually more reflective than the ones I used that day. So whenever I'm ready to do that design or give it a try again, maybe I'll pull this one. I don't think they're coming off as reflective as they are, but they do reflect more than the ones I use for that nail art, at least. Pretty concept, right? Just wasn't executed very well, but it's okay. It's all right. Okay. For the next manicure, I did another this month is full of combinations, and really, what month isn't? I oftentimes do combinations like these. It's all the time. Sorry, guys. It's just what I do. All right, I think this manicure, let me see. Well, my glasses would help. I can't really tell what the heck I put on this. My God. Let's see if I can maximize this image, because it's so dang. God, I can't tell. Okay, I think I utilized, yeah, I did. Okay. Sorry. I used these 4 polishes. Okay, so let me start off with Twilight Show. This is from Grafe-ful Polish. And it's called Twilight Show. Gorgeous rose pink with the gold flakes. Pretty. Not my favorite pink or rose pink on me. It wasn't like it didn't flatter my skin tone, but I just... I like something a little bit deeper if it's going to be like a dusty rose. Like, let's say like this, right? This has a little bit more of that purple tone, and I like something like this a little bit better. And so I think I'm going to pass this one along to my daughter. I think she'll get better usage and she'll enjoy it way more than I did. It is pretty. Typical formula for acrylic, covers the nail in 3 coats. And then I added on my ring finger a polish for my project polish. This is Gold Album from the Wet n Wild Fergie line. This is a shimmer, a gold shimmer, opaque in 1 coat. I mean, it's pretty solid. It's still applicable. It's easy to apply. It's pretty dense with the shimmer though, so I'm thinking this is gonna get pretty thick pretty quick. But beside the point, gorgeous color. I did use this as a base several times in the month of January for some glitter toppers or whatever. So I added Holo Tacos frozen bananas. This is a gold foil metallic, and it has some scattered holographic throughout. It is gorgeous. I love this gold. It's a vintage gold. It's not a regular gold. It's beautiful. Like a gold is beautiful, right? But there's something a little regal about this one. And I love it. I love all of the metallics I have from Holo Taco. I only have 3 and all 3 are great. I can tell you though that I use the silver one above it. This one and above the rose one. Actually, I have it right here. This one, right? It looks orange on camera. My God. I think this is called Cheap Champagne. Yeah, it's this one. It's just so, they're so reflective. They're so beautiful. And then the silver one I have. The silver one is the one that I use the most. And you can see. And I only use it for an accent nail. And usually I only need a couple of coats. So that usage, that fill line you see is from the accent nail. How it doesn't show more usage is beyond me, because every time I need an accent nail, more often than not, I pull this one. Recently, I'm pulling a different one because I'm working on a polish to finish it out for Project Polish. But I wore it a lot last year, and I think even the year before. Anyways, these are really awesome. This is Frozen Bananas from Holo Taco. Moving on to the next manicure. Okay, this combination was... yeah. It was using these 2 polishes and these 2. So, Ruby Pumps from China Glaze. This is in my Project Polish. I mentioned in Project Polish that this polish has gotten thick. It is old. I've used it quite a bit. And so, formula-wise, it's thickened up quite a bit. I did add some thinner. I had some drying issues in the month of January with a few. I think I incorporated this into a couple of manicures and a pedicure. First time I applied it, I applied 2 coats, about an hour and a half in, bumped the nail, and it was still gummy. So to rectify that bump, I added a little bit more of Ruby Pumps to help cover it a little bit. And then to cover it further, I added glitter, because glitter fixes everything. I love glitter toppers. No surprise here. I added Freedom from LA Colors. This is a warm red glitter. It's a hex. And compared to Ruby Pumps leans cool. I like the contrast of the 2. This is a topper, not a dense glitter that completely covers the nail, but it adds good glitter coverage. And I love it. So really good combination there. Helped cover the little bump that I had. And then I added Gold Album to the accent nail. I used Gold Album a couple of times as a base for a glitter topper. Like I mentioned earlier, this was actually a combination for a pedi in the month of January for me. And I loved it. It was beautiful. I added, I think, 2 coats of Gold Album and 1 good coat of All That Glitters is Gold. This is from Morgan Taylor. It has varying sizes of the gold metallic glitter and a scattered holographic running throughout. And you can see the holographic on the nail, by the way, scattered. It's really pretty. Beautiful. Used it quite a bit. I had used this before, but in December, I used it quite a bit. And then in January, I used it quite a bit. So it got me you know, a good fill line going on. This is not a polish that I have in my project polish. I'm just gravitating towards it quite a bit and have used it a lot in the last couple of months. So again, this is called All That Glitters is Gold from Morgan Taylor. And then another manicure utilizing ruby pumps. I use this, and this time around I added, excuse me, I just bumped my lip. I utilized ruby pumps just one time, not one time, one coat is what I added on my index and my middle finger. And then I topped it over with one of my favorite red glitters. This is 90 Lacquer's Be Positive. This is red jelly, and it has some metallic glitters and some black shreds of glitter. It is getting to a point where the base is just, you know, it's thickening up a little bit, but there's still movement. So I will use it until I cannot use it anymore. I love this polish so much. These are two of my favorite red glitters. There's another one that I featured in my December mani, which is Rare as Rubies from Morgan Taylor. I use that one quite a bit as well. They're really good. And then the accent nail, I added, oh, here it is. Swing Baby from China Glaze. It's a silver metallic. In person, I see silver, gold, and a touch of purple. I think on camera, this polish, it pulls the gold a little bit more. And on the nails, it pulls more silver. And then you see the gold. And then you see the touch of purple. But on camera, for some reason, it pulls the gold a little bit more, I think. And then in person, if I look at this bottle head on, I see more of the purple. It's just interesting. Really great formula. It is a thinner formula, but it covers the nail very well at 3 coats. Each layer dries very fast. And then on the pinky, I added this polish that I have in my project polish, which is my Boyfriend Scales Walls. This is a white that has a drop of black, so it grays it out a little bit. And let me bring out a white cream. So you can see the little hint of gray in my Boyfriend once paired next to a true white. But on the nail, it looks white. Just FYI, very thin formula, about 4 coats. If I'm not too careful, it could be 5. Next manicure is using another project polish, but then I brought out a polish from my drawers. I just was thinking of topping this one over with a flaky and one that has a pink shift, I guess. So I brought out whatever I had left over of glazed top coat from Sally Hansen. This is so good. This is used down, not from usage, but because I poured it into Watch the Sunset from Colores de Carol, because that one was the base was, you know, reducing. Not from usage. I think it's just shrinking. I'm not sure. So I used some of this and poured it into that bottle because this has a very similar color story to Watch the Sunset. So anyways, because of that, I'm pretty far down in glazed top coat. Really beautiful top coat, by the way. I had to pour out some of this polish on the mat to pick it up because I could not reach a lot of the polish with the brush. And I put that over top of Wet Cement, which is one of my favorite taupes. And this is from Wet n Wild. No longer made. I was asked in my project polish if, or not asked, but somebody commented saying, I think you're going to miss it when it's gone. And you're right. I am going to miss it when it's gone, but I'm okay with that. I've held on to it for so long. I've finished multiple bottles and I've enjoyed it every time. And I'm going to enjoy this last bottle and just move on to other taupes that are my favorites. But it is beautiful and I am going to miss it. It's a gorgeous color. I wish Wet n Wild would still would still make it. Okay, and then last manicure is this gorgeous. This and the Wet n Wild manicure were probably by far my favorite combinations from the month of January. I would even dare say this pinky nude combination. But honestly, the only reason why it's not my favorite is because I like this on my nails. I didn't love it. If it would have just been this one, like the manicure I'm wearing right now, loved, right? I would have loved it completely. So for that reason, it didn't make my favorites list, but this one did. So for this manicure, I also used 4 polishes. So I used a gray area, such a good color. This is a gray with some purple tones in it. It's so pretty. I love it. It looks like a dark gray on the nails, but you can see the hint of purple, and it covers the nail very well at 2 coats. No issues with the formula. This one has gotten a little bit stinky. I don't remember it smelling this strong, and so it smells a little strong, but I had no issues, no wearability issues. It was great. And on the accent nail, the ring finger, I put my Boyfriend Scales Walls as my base, and then I dry brushed gray area and Swing Baby, dry brush this, and to add a little bit more sparkle, I decided to dry brush Holo Taco's gift receipt. And this is the silver foil from Holo Taco. This is my favorite silver. It's so gorgeous. I love this thing. I love it so much. Very well done to Holo Taco. So this manicure was my second favorite manicure for the month. That is everything for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. Leave a comment down below. Let's start a conversation. I do appreciate your time, and I will chat with you guys in the next one. Bye.